we can agree on this. Pull up the Neil deGrasse Tyson video, okay? Let's see if we can agree on this. So here's a clip. I want to know what you think about the scientist, what he's saying. Whether you and I can agree that this is absolutely ludicrous, or you may say, no, I think there's a point here. Go ahead and play this clip.
Point is, apparently, the XXXY chromosomes are insufficient. Because when we wake up in the morning, we exaggerate whatever feature we want to portray the gender of our choice. Either the one you're assigned, the one you choose to be, whatever it is. And so now, so now just to tie a bow on this, I say to you, somewhere I think I read that the United States was a land where we have the pursuit of happiness.
Yes.
Suppose no matter my chromosomes, today I feel 80% female, 20% male. I'm gonna put on makeup. I'm gonna do that. Tomorrow I might feel 80% male. I'll remove the makeup and I'll wear a muscle shirt. Why do you care?
Yeah. No one cares, buddy.
What business is it of yours to require that I fulfill your inability to think of gender on a spectrum?
Okay, pause this. So why do you care? Before I give you mine, do you agree with what he's saying?
I largely agree.
Tell me why.
So, first of all, freedom. I thought the right wing was in favor of freedom. So if people want to be trans, why do you care? I totally agree with that. And so taking away rights from people, no, we're all 100% Americans. You shouldn't take away any rights. But if you get into the details, that's where some folks on the left have attacked me as a transphobe because I disagree on 2% of the issues. So you tell me what your policy you're talking about, and I'll give you my answer.
So you want to dress up, you want to do whatever, you want to be gay after you're 18 years old, go for it. You want to change your sex, you want to go from having this to cutting this, Caitlyn Jenner, do your thing, whatever, you're an adult. Pushing that agenda onto kids and confusing people and gaslighting that, hey, XX, who knows, maybe XY, who knows? When you start talking like that with facts, and you're a respectable scientist, not only do you sound delusional, but what you sound like is someone like Leon Black, that somebody has something behind closed doors on you that's blackmailing you, that you have to now agree with these positions. For somebody to say, how the hell did you go from being a respected scientist to all of a sudden saying, one day I can wake up feeling like a female, one day I can wake up feeling like a male, and why do you care? No one cares. The only care where I think Democrats are losing a big part of their base, where I don't know if you saw the stats that came out talking about senior boys are becoming overly conservative. Did you see this chart or no? That just came out yesterday or the day before. So maybe some of these guys are just fed up with it and are like, listen, man, I'm sick of this BS, dude. This, whether I identify as a boy or as a girl, leave me alone. Let me figure it out when I'm an adult. Stop imposing this idea on me. I had Anthony Weiner on the podcast, okay, a week ago. And I look at Anthony Weiner, I said, do you know how to give a blowjob? And he looks at me in a weird way, like, what kind of a question is that? I said, well, no. Do you know how to? He says, no. I said, did you learn how to give one? No, nobody taught me. Why are you asking me a question like that? I said, because that's what's being taught in some public schools today, with books, with images on how to give it, and it's normal. Start defending facts and stop playing politics. So can we, in an area of agreement, agree that maybe all this LGBTQ agenda that you have, sell it after I'm 18 years old, not when I'm in third grade. Can we agree on that?
No, and I'll tell you why. Okay. So the devil's in the details. So if you say to me, hey, don't let people have irreversible surgery before 18, I agree completely. Okay.
So check. We're on that on the same page. So what Trump is about to do, 50 states, he said he's not going to allow for that surgery to take place.
Just surgery, though.
Just surgery is where you are. Okay,
yes.
Let's see where you go next. Go for it.
So, but if you say, hey, they're coming after the kids, that's the oldest line of attack against gay people in the history of the world. They're coming after your kids. They're coming after your kids. I mean, look at the example you gave, how to give a blowjob, right? That doesn't say gay or straight. That's why I joked and I said, oh, we got to get straight people under control, right? Because straight people get tons and tons of blowjobs. And that's part of the reason why they put it into some, and it's misguided, to put it into some of those sex education classes, right? Does anybody go, we got to get straight people under control. Look at them teaching blowjobs, goddamn straight people. No, because they don't want to demonize straight people. They want to demonize LGBTQ people. That's why they connect LGBTQ people with children. Now, when you say, hey, groomers and pedophiles, etc., well, straight people do it more. Why aren't we talking about straight people? There are way more straight pedophiles. There are way more straight groomers. And by the way, tons of Republicans. A new one gets revealed every single week, right? So, but we don't have that conversation. Instead, we focus like a laser beam on the LGBTQ community because honestly, the point is to spread hate against the LGBTQ community. If you say to me something has gone out of bounds, okay, let's have a discussion about it, right? I think surgery under 18 is out of bounds. By the way, this is why I'm called a transphobe by some people in the radical left.
Gives a shit, yeah.
Yeah, and because I say, look, there are some certain things that are out of bounds. Like one of the things I disagree with, I think the leagues, the professional leagues should make their own decisions about whether they let trans people compete in their leagues or not. And they say, no, people say, oh, with hormones. Dude, you give Shaq all the hormones in the world, right? He's going to destroy the WNBA. And people get super mad when I say that. But no one agrees with you. I love you, brothers and sisters, and they're part of my network. But Shaq is going to dominate. You could put every hormone in the world. Men's bodies are structured differently. They maintain mass better. They have a different bone structure. These are facts. So if you're talking about biology, I agree. If you're talking about targeting LGBTQ people overall and kids, no, I don't agree. So
LGBTQ has become a religion. Okay, so I got 8 more minutes. What I want to do is I want to go into a couple other issues on summer reading lists. Can you go a little lower? If you look at some of the pictures in there, zoom in a little bit more to show these pictures, what they're doing. Keep going, 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 keep going. How to give a blowjob, how to do this. Keep going, 11 years old, 12 years old, boys and boys. Yeah, bro, that's very weird. For you, by the way.
No, that's easy to ban.
For you, no, but hang on one second. In high school, how many kids were gay when you went to school? You're not about the same age. How many kids were gay in high school? Be honest. Like, don't give. I'm not telling you, hey, Joey was gay. I'm saying like that you and I know about. How many kids were gay in high school that were out?
That were out? Well, it was terrible to come out back then, and maybe one, maybe two.
But me too, right? And then later on they came out, and you're like, okay, cool, bro, it's totally fine. But it wasn't like it was in your face. Traditionalists, 0.8% are gay. They don't give a shit about what you and I think, but they're 0.8% gay. Boomers, it's like 2-3%. Then you go, now Gen Z is 21% gay. You cannot, even Bill Maher talked about this, and Bill Maher's not going to vote Republican.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something no one else says.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you get divided into these two camps, which I don't think are right. So why are more people gay now, or coming out as gay? Does culture matter? Yes, it does. And so does the culture make them gay? No. What it does is it gives them permission. And it turns out the 21% would have been gay, bisexual, something along the spectrum, and they didn't have permission. Are you telling me that we didn't have permission before?
Dude,
you knew how it was when we grew up. They did not have permission.
Dude, stop.
Okay, they were
21% are finally coming out. No, it's also okay. So, what religion are you? Were a Muslim. What are you now?
Atheist.
You're an atheist.
Yeah.
Who persuaded you to become an atheist? You didn't do it independently.
I'll tell you what persuaded me. I read the Quran and the Bible. And then I became an atheist.
You read those books and did any influence of Hitchens? Did any influence of anybody else? Any other books? Nothing.
No, I just read the Quran and the Bible. And I was like, these are obviously not correct.
Those are not me. I'm going to go be an atheist. That was your way. Okay. Yep. How many people you think become Christians because somebody baptized them and persuaded them?
Almost all of them.
Okay, same thing with gay. It's a religion. Being gay is a religion. Of course it is.
But meanwhile, all of those kids who are, involved in, say, the Gay Straight Alliance or whatever, I don't even know if we have that anymore in our school, they're here when we did Ramadan for Lion Time, and they're showing respect in the class for your religion, right, for your beliefs. It goes two ways. If you want to be respected for who you are, if you don't want to suffer prejudice for your religion, your color of skin, your whatever, then you better give it back to people who are different from you. That's how it works. It's an exchange. And it isn't like that in all countries. As I told you, in Uganda, literally, if they think you're gay, they will execute you. If you believe that kind of thing, then you don't belong here. Because that is not what Canada believes. We believe in freedom. We believe that people can marry whomever they want. That is in the law. And if you don't think that should be the law, you can't be Canadian. You don't belong here, and I mean it. I really mean it, and it's not a joke, Mansour. I said back and forth. You want it, you got to give it. It just makes me angry.